So today is election day, and right now we're looking at the different paths to 270 and what viewers can expect tonight as the polls close and the results roll in. So, of course, we're going to bring in the best. Joining us right now, Fox News contributor, former White House counselor, and the host of Here's the Deal on Fox Nation, Kellyanne Conway. All right, let's look at the path because there are several of them. First, we got 6 of the 7 toss-ups, so we're going to break them down. Okay, this is Kamala Harris' path, and this is the blue wall. What do you see here? That's really her only path tonight. Mm-hmm. They've all but given up on North Carolina, Georgia, Nevada, Arizona, the other 7 swing states. I would like to point out that the blue wall has voted as a bloc since 1992, and it has voted as a bloc for the Democratic nominee with the exception of 2016, when all 3 states went to Donald Trump. He swept them, and he became president by 77,000 votes. This is important because Biden got them back, but Biden added a couple of other states. Kamala Harris is doing worse in those states than Biden did. And Nevada, I'm looking at Nevada for Trump as a different path. We'll get to him. This is her only path because Nevada... And that gets her to 270. That just gets her right to 270 because of this new Nebraska 2 thing that the Republican leadership in Nebraska should have taken care of, frankly. It's silly. But she's got to go and win back from Trump those 3 states that he swept in 2016. Trump's got many more paths. By the way, this is the first time, Lawrence, this is the first time that Donald Trump has a public polling path to 270 in his 10-year presidential career. Let's talk about that, because if Donald Trump sweeps the East, that's Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia. He's the president, and it's an early night. That gets him to 270 as well, right? That's an early night. And then he's just tacking on Arizona, Nevada. Nevada has not gone presidentially since 2004, but that is the only state that went from a Democrat to Republican governor in 2022. They're really suffering with foreclosures, defaults, unemployment in Nevada. But Kellyanne, this doesn't include Arizona. No, I said you can add Arizona. I got him at 297 on a good day, in the best scenario. And I can even add on to that. I think Michigan is one she may be able to get. That's the last one for Trump. But he's got Pennsylvania. Wisconsin's notoriously difficult to poll. It showed Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden up by almost double digits. It's gone by less than a percentage point both times. Before we move on, PA, the election results coming in. So it's going to take a while. So we could be waiting, though, right? It'll take a while, but here's what we're not waiting for. The early vote and the voter registration returns. What the RNC has been able to do, America First Works, Sentinel, Turning Point USA, and, of course, Trump himself and the Trump campaign, has been nothing short of remarkable. Cutting those voter registration gains by the Democrats more than in half and getting folks out early to the polls. They won that lawsuit in Bucks County. But when the lion roared, the rest of the kingdom followed. When Donald Trump told people, it's okay if you want to vote early, go and do that, make a plan. People listened to that, and we have historic turnout. Democrats used to own that space in 2020 and 2022. So we like what we're seeing in early returns in states that register by party. Wisconsin and Michigan do not, so a little tougher to understand. So, Kellyanne, let's say all the polling has been wrong, and Harris has a good night, and she sweeps the Sun Belt. How does that look? If she sweeps the Sun Belt? Well, then she still has to, let's see, she'd still have to, well, are you adding one of those for her? Yeah, this will get her to 289. Yeah, if you're saying that you're giving her these if she sweeps the Sun Belt and gets that. It's a big if, and I'll tell you why. It's a big if, and I'll tell you why. President Trump has been dotting this map ubiquitously. He's gone the most, I believe, to Pennsylvania, but he's gone to all the states. In Georgia, you see that he is tapping into Brian Kemp's ground game as well as his own, getting a lot of help there. That's a plus. North Carolina, you have a Republican gubernatorial candidate who's going to lose today probably by double digits, yet it doesn't affect Trump because... He's still up. He's still up, and he went there early after those hurricanes, too. Kamala Harris is at a fundraiser in San Francisco. It's just like East Palestine, Ohio. When you show up and people are in pain, they remember that, and they show up for you. So Donald Trump, if he has a really good night tonight, he builds the red wall. That's Wisconsin, Michigan, PA, Arizona, and let's just say they win Georgia without the alliance of Kemp. He still has a great night. He has a phenomenal night. That's why I'm saying Donald Trump has more paths to 270. Kamala has maybe 1.5 on a good analysis, a generous analysis. He has multiple paths. The clearest path, the earliest path, is Georgia, North Carolina, and then you add on Pennsylvania. I expect that where the pollsters leave off, the lawyers will pick up. Both teams are ready with their lawyers, with their lawsuits.
trying to make sure that all the votes are counted and make sure that we don't see any of these shenanigans where people are accepting postmarks too late, where they're saying, oh, gee, it was COVID 5 years ago, so we're worried about how people are voting. But I think all eyes are on that as well. Donald Trump told his team from the beginning, I'll turn out the vote, you protect it, and they're doing that.
These are just prediction. It all matters what people do today when they show up to the polls. And this is what we know. Georgia, the polls are going to close at 7 p.m., so you still got some time. North Carolina, 7:30. Stay in line. Pennsylvania, 8 p.m., and then Michigan, we got 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. So don't miss that. When we go to the swing states of Wisconsin, you got 9 p.m., and then Arizona, 9 p.m. as well. Nevada, a tough state, you got until 10 p.m. So we're going to be up all night looking at those election results. And of course, you got to check Kellyanne Conway on Here's the Deal on Fox Nation right now. Thank you, Kellyanne. We appreciate you helping us out.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.